Now we're at the point where I realize that the organization my mom dedicated her life to is now using dirty hush money to attack me and mock her self-unalived genius child. That was a lot, but it's I tried my best to explain. Seen the videos before this, you probably should, because we're right there. That feels like a betrayal, a huge betrayal to my mom. And honestly, I think they have fought with kid gloves for a long time when it comes to my brother, because his story is so devastating to Scientology. Like, they touted him as this is what your child can esteem to. If you have 3 generations, hundreds of thousands of dollars, pure Scientology education, you can have this child. And when he jumped off the 15th story of a building, everything went splat. Not just him, like those dreams and goals and hopes. And forgive me for being so crass, okay? I've had to process this. This is my life, okay? This was real things that happened to me. I'm gonna talk about it how I want to. And I'm gonna write about it how I want to as well. I can't tell my mom that her church is slandering her own child. She's probably donating freaking money to CCHR that they are turning around and spending on internet trolls to harass her living daughter and her not living son. What in the actual F? She's probably putting it on her credit card. Oh, it is a little bit mind-blowing. Okay, so here's the deal. Well, we can't ask her. No, we haven't spoken in 7 years because I speak against Scientology, and therefore I am able to be fair gamed. I am considered evil, I am considered an enemy, and anything can be done to me. Lied, tricked, sued, stolen from. This is in their actual Scientology policy. It's called fair game. You can look it up. You can also look up my brother, Philip Gale. Go for it. She wouldn't believe me if I told her. I almost don't want her to know. Like when I left Scientology, first in my heart and my mind, I was in my late 20s. And then it took me 10 years of living what we call under the radar. That's like where you don't speak out against it. You just kind of shy away, but like you don't open your big fat mouth. You certainly don't do this. And you don't grieve too loud, and you don't talk about the unalivings, and you don't talk about why 50% of the kids you grew up with are, lost souls. And the other half are talking on YouTube about Scientology's abuses. And so I deserve to be punished. And sadly, even though she's been a good Scientologist, I guess in a way, it punishes my mom too. In my 20s, I could barely handle getting out of a cult. I was born a 3rd generation Scientologist. To understand everything I knew was wrong. I had been lied to. I had been tricked. I had been deceived. I had been extorted. I had been manipulated. I had been blackmailed. I almost died multiple times during that process. And honestly, it's still kind of lifelong. Like, I'm still yapping about it. I never would push my mother to go through that process if it wasn't her own accord. Like, I'm not here to rain facts on her to like make her see the truth of how horrible her organization is. Because the fact is, it is so horrible that it is so gut-wrenchingly heartbreaking. Can you imagine for her already to realize that when she dedicated her life to Scientology, to raising her son with every Scientology tool in her heart of hearts, thinking and being told it was the best thing for him, only to have it backfire, not just in a tragic way for her, but on the national news scale? Like, I don't wish that for anybody. I don't wish for her to find this out. Really, she won't watch this, don't worry. It's almost like Shakespearean level tragic irony. It's brutal. And I'll admit there was a time that I wondered, is my mom she got one foot out yet? Is she seeing what we see? And I'll talk about that in the next video. I'll talk about that next. Because when Scientology gets its grips in you, it's like impossible to get out almost.